I called this a Morgul blade, but it's actually labeled a Morgul kniff, but synonyms. Morgul means necromancy or black arts in Sindarin, and blade obviously means a sharp pointy thing that can cause a big owie. Morgul blades are what the Nazgul wielded in The Lord of the Rings, not to be mistaken with their long swords. It's what the Witch King of Angmar famously uses to poke Frodo with on the top of Weathertop, also known as the Watchtower of Amansul. Being poked by a Morgul blade causes the victim to turn into what's called a wraith. If you look at Sauron's hierarchy when it comes to him and his evil minions, it's kind of like an MLM. At the top there's Sauron, and then there's the Nazgul, and then there's the wraiths. And obviously the orcs, but we're not talking about them right now. Just the magical minions. The wraiths can be controlled by both Sauron and the Nazgul, but the Nazgul can only be controlled by Sauron. But only wraiths that were created by the Nazgul could be controlled by them. Or at least that's what's assumed according to Tolkien. There's no examples of this given in the text other than what almost happened to Frodo. But there are mentions of other wraiths that weren't created by the Nazgul that are mentioned in Lord of the Rings. Wraith is just a term for a person that's been turned into an undead being, like the Oathbreakers that we see in Return of the King, or the ghost of Helm Hammerhand that supposedly haunts the enemies of Rohan that's mentioned in Appendix A. And obviously and most famously, the Ringwraiths of Sauron, also known as the Nazgul, the 9 lords of men that fell to the Ring of Power and ultimately ended up wielding these Morgul blades.